Hey guys, say hi. So I started a garden and I wanted to kind of share something with you guys about the parable of the sower, because you see why it's such a good parable when you start planting things and watching how they grow and how they live and how they die. I got these little boxes that are pretty cool. They move like that, and they're self-watering. And so I've got some peppers planted right there, and I've got some tomatoes planted right there. And I just want to show you, look at this, okay, and look at that. All right, so that big tall one that's basically dead, when I first planted them, that sprung up really quickly right away, and I was like, wow, this is a really good plant. It's doing really well. And as soon as I transplanted it into this little garden I have here, it immediately, like, now is basically dead. So I'm hoping it comes back, but it basically withered up and died. So, and it got me thinking about the Bible and how the parable of the sower in Matthew 13, where Jesus was talking about the different types of soil and the different types of growth that happen. And he was talking about people's hearts and how, depending on how your soil is in your heart, will determine if you're going to bear fruit or not. And ultimately that's our goal, is to bear fruit. Just like I want tomatoes to come from my little plant over there, we as Christians want to bear fruit. And fruit is good works that come not because we're trying to earn something, but it comes naturally from the place of a good heart. And so I just wanted to read this really quick, where it says in Matthew 13:21, it says, or in 20, it says, "But he who receives the seed on stony places, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy." And this is exactly what that little tomato plant did. "Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arise because of the word, immediately he stumbles." So tribulation, persecution, that little seedling came out into the real world and got planted in the sun and had to deal with all of the elements, and now it's not doing well. And this is exactly what a lot of Christians are like. They receive it with joy and they're like, yes, I love it. But then the minute the temptation comes, or an old vice comes knocking on their door that they want to indulge in, or people start talking bad about them, because they will whenever you change your path. You're going to lose friends, you're going to lose family members, everything's going to change. So immediately when those things come and persecution comes, and they just crumble under the pressure because they didn't have a root, they weren't well rooted. And just like those little tomato plants, I would rather be like this one right here that was a little slower going, but it took a little longer and it didn't spring up quite as quickly, but it has a good root. And as soon as I put it out here in the elements, it's actually doing well. It's not dying. And so I just kind of wanted to give a real life example of what that looks like, and encourage you, to not worry about being the fastest or the quickest learner, or the best Bible studier in the world. No, it's not about that. It's about making progress and bearing fruit. And if it's slow and it's a process, I'm not talking making excuses for going back to old ways. No, I'm just talking about, like, if you're not seeing things come to pass as quickly as you were hoping, and you're getting frustrated, just don't give up, because you're going to bear fruit. You're not going to be like that little withered tomato plant that's out here not doing well. You're going to bear fruit, and it's going to be a blessing to not just yourself, but all those people around you. So just wanted to share that. What do you think, Nini? He agrees. So you guys have a good day.